Welcome back to the Bargain Collector. I'm Joshua Ramon Thinney. Come on in, kick your feet up, hit the like, and definitely hit the subscribe. Okay, so a short time ago, I did this Facebook Marketplace haul where I brought in 7 movies for a total of $5. So that's just a little over 70 cents per movie. Okay. And I've done reviews on 3 of the movies so far. One of them was I Love Hong Kong 2013. The other was Hotel Deluxe. And the other was Seven Swords. And today I'm going to be talking about the founding of a republic. Have you guys seen this film? I was very surprised to see like this film had like a who's who of every Chinese actor, every popular Chinese actor that was alive at this time. I think they put everyone they could think of in this movie, whether they fit the character or not. Okay, they all showed up, even if it was for a cameo, they all showed up. Now, there isn't a whole lot of information to be found online about the tech specs or about this film in general. And there's a pretty good reason why. But so just to let you know, this video will not be terribly long. Okay? All right. So first, I do know the film was shot on 35 millimeter film. Okay, I was able to find out that much information, but I wasn't able to find out the lenses they used, nor the specific cameras they used, which, that won't really affect much, so much as the lenses when you're shooting film. But I will tell you this, watching it on Blu-ray, the film looks magnificent. When it's a very saturated scene, there is tons of color that pops. When it's very, very desaturated, it's a dark film and the blacks don't experience very much crush at all. It's just technically a very, very superb looking film. But again, we have to throw in the caveat that I'm also watching it on a 4K player that does have upscaling and on a 4K television. So there's that element of it. But in general, though, it's a very, very good looking picture and a very, very good sounding picture. Founding of a Republic weaves a rousing tale of one man who fought against the tyranny of a ruler and led his people in battle in the ultimate sacrifice for his country. Hold that thought. The reason why I say hold that thought is because this film was produced and made to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing. What I'm saying is, when you watch the film, it feels like a film that was produced and made for the 60th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. Okay, let's talk about reviews of the film. What did people think about the film? Well, here's the thing. You can break it down in 2 groups. There's going to be the people in mainland China, and then the rest of the world that exists outside of mainland China. Okay? Now, again, this isn't a hit piece on the film, nor the People's Republic of China. That's not what this is. I just want to be very, very clear in you got to know when a film is a marketing piece and when it's just a film. And I think it's fair to let people know what they're walking into in case they haven't seen it. And in case you have seen it, maybe you did walk away going, wait a minute, I don't recall this character historically being portrayed as a fair and honest person. Or, I don't recall this person being a villain in history. I think it's good to know that maybe it wasn't a creative choice, that maybe it was a marketing choice. Maybe. I mean, the very first thing is that I don't know of any audience members or reviewers in mainland China who expressed even a mixed feeling about the film. Across the board, it was a positive viewing experience. Okay. So instead of talking about just the things that they found positive, let's look at what they had in common with everyone else that saw the film. First off, production values. Everybody can agree that the scale of this film is massive. Okay. Production wise, they spent a lot of money and you can see it on screen. You can see every dollar on screen, from the costumes, the production design in general, the vehicles. It was an incredible undertaking to make this film. It's a huge film and it feels huge. Okay. But it's when those are all the things they can agree upon. But once you begin to step outside of mainland China, the opinions of the film dramatically change. Right out of the gate, most people just see it as being a state-sponsored historical drama. State-sponsored, the messages are very, very clear in what they're trying to get across. There is no mistaking it, okay? There is no mistaking the message that they're trying to get across. But moving away from that into just pure film criticism, this film, it spans so many years of Chinese history that in those times that it spans, it also covers so many different political figures and how this republic was founded. It's so many characters that you also don't get very much screen time with, that it begins to feel like information overload. It begins to feel like reading a history book as opposed to watching a drama unfold. You don't get to know anybody besides the things that they did. Okay. Either things they did or lives they impacted through the things they did, but you never got a sense of who the people were as people. That's ultimately what reviewers felt. And to be honest, it's what I felt too as I watched the film unfold. Like you had these ideas being thrown at you without ever knowing who the people were. You had people being assassinated and you didn't know why you should care. There's a thing in storytelling, right? Where when you're in a story movie, it's it's story structure. Okay. So you are introduced to a character. Now, this is barring anything that's genre specific. Like if it's not so much this in horror as it is in just a non-genre piece. If it just falls within a historical drama, you typically want to show us who the main character is. And if it's an ensemble character, you want to introduce us to these people in succession within the first 10 minutes. We want to see who these people are and what their lives are like. Okay. And what lie are they living with, right? What do they believe in that's a lie, that the story as it unfolds is going to help them realize it's a lie and overcome the damage that this lie has done to their life. That's typically how you start your story. And you do this structure because it's very easy to start a story and you don't know where you're going and you do all these things. But if you have a good structure, at least you had a good starting point in terms of structuring how things are going to happen and unfold and what audiences are used to. In this movie, there are no characters. Zero. There's no characters. It's just people who you keep meeting and then they either die or they don't. And then you move on to another thing and either that person is killed or they're not. And then, it just is one thing after another, but it's never, there's no story. There's no connective tissue. There's nobody we should care about and root for. I couldn't find a way to connect. And for that reason, I suffered through the whole film. I never felt there was this, that's another thing too, is a lot of critics said there's just this emotional distance. And I could say I felt that as well. I didn't feel a connection to the people's places or things. I just didn't. And you need to something. You need something or someone or somewhere to root for. And it wasn't there. But all that being said, the founding of a republic. Let's take a look at the shelf appeal. It's it's got decent artwork, right? That's not bad artwork. But it is just a jewel case. It does have this though, a little something. Oh yeah, look at that. That is what the movie looks like. Just a bunch of people like that. Just one after the other that you meet throughout the film. Things happen, the end. That's kind of what happens in this movie. You meet each one of those people, things happen, the end. Entertainment value? No, not for me. Not for me. I'm not a person, I'm not sadistic, so just shooting up a bunch of people is not something I consider to be entertaining. And that's pretty much what happened a lot. Not entertaining for me. So then it leaves, is it rewatchable? Come on, I didn't like it the first time. So not going to really dig it anymore. Again, this may be for you. And to anybody watching in mainland China, I'm not disparaging the movie because it's state sponsored. I'm just saying that I'm the wrong audience for state sponsored films. Let's get that clear, because I do want to travel to China with no problems. So I'm not saying it's a bad film because of that. I'm saying it's a bad film because it's a bad film for me. I did not enjoy it. Yeah, and for that reason, I wouldn't rewatch it. So this film, The Founding of a Republic, will be added to Subscriber Saturdays. So if that is a film that you want, and when we hit 100, you just put down in the notes that, or in the comment section, that this is a film you would like. And if I pick your name, that film will be yours for free, shipping included. Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with me. And I look forward to seeing you again. Keep finding good films at great prices.